Hello everyone, I'm Penrose776. Today we're here for a Mythic trailer. This is the Mythic I think I've been waiting for, and it is him. It's Mr. Beef Slab himself, Askr. Look at that. Look at that, fellas. You see that?
Gaps between
and
people can be bridged. That is my ideal.
Hang on a second. I noticed something there. This guy. Let's pause on his stats because we're going to be reading through these. This guy's a light mythic. I mean, I'm really excited about him because he's Mr. Beef himself. He is honestly pretty friggin' hot. And he has a nice personality, which also is a plus because a lot of the hot guys in Fire Emblem Heroes have the downside / some people see it as an upside of being absolute maniacs. But Askr seems pretty nice from what we've seen of him so far, but he is a light mythic, which I was really hoping this would be an anima mythic. Because if you look at the seasons right now, right, light has 4 extra unit mythics. You've got not Askr, Ash, you've got Ulla, you've got Askr. There was a 4th one, I've forgotten who they are. It's not important. There's 4 of them. That's what's important. Light does. Astra also has 4 of them. I can't remember those either. Ashera, 4. Elamine, and a 4th one. It's not as if I play this game mode every day of my life or anything. No. But in any case, both of those seasons have 4 bonus unit mythics, right? Dark has 2. But the 2 that Dark has are Note, who is incredible, and Medeus, who is one of my favorite units in the game. Anima also has 2. Anima has Saros and Ota. So things are a little imbalanced there. And also, if you look at the number of mythics, just not even by bonus season by bonus unit mythics, just mythics in general, all the other ones have 7. Well, I guess Light has 8 now. Anima has 6. So things had really kind of lined up for this to be an anima mythic because anima really needed a new mythic, but no, it's Askr. Here he is. He is a colorless infantry beast, the same as Ash, and he is armed with the illuminating horn. Accelerate special trigger, cooldown count -1. If he initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack speed, death res +5 to unit during combat. Unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack, deals damage equal to 20% of unit's defense, and reduces damage from foes' attacks by 20% of unit's defense, excluding area of effect specials. Plus the standard infantry beast transformation effect, where if he's solo or only adjacent to beasts or dragons, he transforms and gets attack +2, +7 damage on special triggers, and a tempo effect built in. Can we go back a second? Can we go back and look at the bit where it says +5 for all stats during combat, deals damage equals 20% of unit's defense, reduces damage from foes' attacks by 20% of unit's defense? That is Spring Maria. That is the effect of Spring Maria right there. Fun fact about Spring Maria, you may have seen my videos involving Spring Maria. She's one of the strongest just units in the game. There is very little you can do against Spring Maria. Even there's a bunch of other strong units in the game now. They're not Spring Maria. Putting it simply, flat damage reduction, which Askr here has in the form of 20% of his defense, is incredibly strong. It's better than defense, it's better than foes' attack reduction because it specifically applies last after pretty much everything else, including like percentile damage reduction. So, okay, so you've got 20% of units' defense damage reduction flat here. If you have an extra 50% from somewhere, say 2 flames is the easiest way, now you're effectively getting 40% of units' defense as flat damage reduction. It's nuts. And then the true damage on top of that, just crazy. Like, Ash was already pretty dang good as a melee unit. She's not really meant to be... Well, I mean, she is meant to be good at fighting, but first and foremost, what you mainly use her for is her mobility nonsense, right? But when she has to fight melee units, she does pretty well at it. Askr here is, in that regard, just going to be a way better Ash by the looks of it. So yeah, look forward to that. Bonfire, well, of course, all this stuff scales off defense. He's going to have good defense. May as well run Bonfire. And by the way, that's a 2 cooldown Bonfire with a tempo effect, so that's going to be pretty easy to just blast people with. Attack defense ideal for... Makes sense, he's an infantry unit, he can run this, but what is this in the B slot? Attack defense bulwark 3. So that's a new inheritable skill. I wonder who can inherit it. Foes with range equals 1 cannot move through spaces adjacent to unit, and foes with range equals 2 cannot move through spaces within 2 spaces of unit. Does not affect foes with past skills. Inflicts attack defense -4 on foe during combat. Restores 7 HP to unit after combat. They just had to tack an extra effect on there, as if power creeping obstruct wasn't enough. So yeah, better obstruct. It's got the stat reduction same as lulls and traces. And it's got 7 HP to unit after combat, which is what most people used Mystic Boost for. So we've power crept 2 B slots in 1 there, really, unless you're really concerned about fighting staff units for some reason. Really interesting. I wonder who this is going to be inheritable on, because this looks pretty good. Gatekeeper, by the way, feeling pretty sad now, because this is the other half of his better obstruct, right? His power crept obstruct was this and Warp Bubble, and Warp Bubble has already been added to the game on another unit, and now the obstruct half of his better obstruct is going to be inheritable. So Gatekeeper has nothing really unique going for him anymore. Well, whoops. Sorry, Gatekeeper. Still going to be useful, of course, because PRF is a really good support weapon. And plus he gets both of those effects at the same time, but still. Power crept Gatekeeper yet again. And then the C slot, Opened Domain. At the start of turn, if units within 2 spaces of any allies from a different title than unit grants Resonance Blades and Resonance Shields to unit and all allies within 2 spaces of unit. And also, and also, if unit or any of those allies has their special cooldown count as its maximum value, grants special cooldown count -1 to them. Okay, so the trigger, be within 2 spaces of a non-heroes unit. Should be pretty easy to pull this one off, unless you're accidentally making your team out of just Fire Emblem Heroes units. You've probably got this one in the bag. In exchange for that, it grants both the Harmonic statuses for Resonance Blades for +4 attack and speed, and the Resonance Shields for +4 defense and res, and 1-hit follow-up prevention to unit and all allies. I was a bit worried at the start when it was like any allies from a different title, but it will grant this to heroes units so long as there are non-heroes units in range to set it off. Alright? And then it is a drive times pulse. It is a drive times pulse. You know, people made a big deal about Pent because Pent could times pulse your tome units. Askr can times pulse all your units. So any units who wanted to run times pulse for whatever reason, but also kind of wanted a different C slot as well, good friggin' news. I guess you can. Just run them on Light Season with Askr, or run them on Chaos Season Defense with Askr. Oh, that is some absolute silly nonsense. Put all of that together, this guy's going to be really good for save balls, because you're just getting those resonant effects for free. Basically a free +4 to all stats. He's going to be good on offensive teams that want a special charge, and he's just a really good fighter, and he has better obstruct. Okay, they're really pulling out all the stops here. This is, again, pushing up there with Medeus for... You're looking at one of my favorite mythics here. Maybe not my absolute favorite because I'm big on defense, so I'll have to deal with fighting against this guy. But he's hot, he's strong, and he's got cool and unique and flavorful effects, honestly, with open domain as well. I like the thing of he's summoning, or he's the one responsible for opening the things to other worlds. It's flavorful that he likes having them around, right? Seems pretty strong. Let's see his animations. I bet those are good. Oh shit, he's large. He's large and his halo thing spins. Look at that damage too. Pretty chunky.
You can do better.
Yeah, that's one big freaking bonfire there. On the banner with him, Peony, legendary Celica, Plumeria, legendary Dimitri, Saros, Ashera, yep, Ota, oh, he went fast, Ascendant Marita, legendary Nana, Arthur, Medeus, and that is it. Looking pretty juicy there. Let's wait until they do the thing with the circle so that I can go over it color by color, but yeah, so here's the circle. Color by color. Colorless. Holy shit, colorless is good. Askr, obviously, if you're pulling on this banner for Askr, you're pulling colorless. Medeus, between Askr and Medeus, you've got my two hot guy strong mythics with cool effects right next to each other on the same color right there. And Ashera, as an offense mythic, you want merges on her. Having merges on offense mythic is how you score better and how you get into higher tiers. So, merge. Next best color, kind of torn here. I think I'd say red is the next best color because, well, legendary Nana is still pretty much the only thing that can kill some of the ridiculously tanky melee units out there, especially those melee saves who are running Hardy Fighter and their specials to just annihilate all incoming damage. Nana ignores that. Legendary Nana, good unit. Ascendant Marita, if you haven't got her already, it is nice to pick a copy of her up for Floret, and also has Vital Astra, which I know a lot of people really like the look of for their whole, you know, let's just stack a ridiculous amount of damage reduction on one unit nonsense that fast infantry can do. So look forward to that. And Plumeria, is another offense mythic. So same as I said for Ashera, plus also she's a dancer. So any of your player phasey strategies really like those. And honestly, even safe world strategies can get a lot out of dancers as well. Definitely worth looking at. After that, blue, peony, strong. It's been around a while. Still one of the best dancers in the game, though. Don't get me wrong. Very strong. Offense mythic. Merge her. Same old story, right? And then Legendary Dimitri and Seiros, both of them are pretty strong units in their own right. Seiros still a little bit sad as a defense mythic specifically. She kind of would rather be playing any other mode for Aether Raids defense, because she is just kind of a normal, strong at combat unit, but you can pick her up anyway, and Legendary Dimitri is a Dimitri, and I know how you all feel about those. And then in last place, green, kind of a little sad. Well, our Otter's alright. Otter is Otter, and Legendary Celica, on the one hand, pretty strong. On the other hand, guess which unit they just introduced an Ascendant version of with the same PRF B slot? It's her. It's her. So, I mean, they might have good fodder. I don't remember what fodder those units had. It might be good. But as units themselves, they're all kind of wishing they were in a better place right now. But still, even though it wasn't the Anima Mythic I'd been saving up for, I'm really happy that this banner turned out the way it did, because it looks strong. Anyway, thanks all for watching. Let me know if you're going to be summoning, because I definitely am. I've saved up all my orbs for this. I'm getting as many copies of that Cowman as I can, and if you want to see more Aether Raids defense or more banner reactions or whatever else I do on this channel, I don't know, subscribe, like, and I'll see you all next time.